Hey guys, it's Kyle posting up a new training video. This was training that I did today. I was away at a meet yesterday, so I ended up making up one of my training sessions from yesterday, the one that I missed, and that was my squat session. So I did 4 sets of 8 with 385, and then 4 sets of 8 with 275 on the bench. And overall, I felt alright on this particular session. Just for context, I am a little over halfway through my base cycle for the prep for this next meet. It's 4 weeks of pretty high frequency training, 3 times a week squat, 3 times a week bench press, and I'm definitely starting to feel it. Every day when I come in and squat at this point, my legs are pretty tired, and I can tell that pretty early on. But the good news is that bar speed is improving. And I know once I get a break and I get a breather, bar speed will really improve because right now I'm just pretty overreached and under recovered. As far as the actual squats go, bar speed didn't feel too bad. It didn't feel terribly heavy, but my technique was kind of all over the place. Was really letting my right side dip, which I have a tendency to do sometimes, and was losing the bar on that side. Was trying to drop in faster and release my hips towards the bottom to try and hip depth, but was just making a lot of mistakes and didn't feel like I had good control over the bar as a result. So that's something that I got to continue to work on because I was not really successful with implementing it today. The reps all more or less look consistent, but I would say that every single repetition feels dramatically different to me. So I got to figure out exactly how to drop into the hole of my squats, make sure that I hit depth, but still maintain good position. I was most successful with it on this third set right here. This was actually the set where I told myself, well, what the hell, if these still feel lousy, I'll just double up the last 2 sets and I'll do 16. But decided after the 8th on that set that that was not a good idea and not conducive to good training, so I just racked it. But even just telling myself that I was going to do more than the 8 repetitions led to a better performance. I feel really good about my squat, but there are still a lot of things that need to be addressed between now and the meet in 12 weeks. So I am going to be working on fixing as many of those things as I possibly can. Otherwise, I will also show some of the bench pressing that I did from this particular day. Ended up doing 4 sets of 8 again with 275 with a very short pause, which is generally speaking how I train. I train with a short enough pause where I break up the eccentric concentric chain, but not such a long pause that it would count really as a competition style pause. I've just always felt healthy doing it. I feel like it's helped me develop my bench. And honestly, I've never really benefited from doing longer pause works, and the longer pause in competition has just never really bothered me or had an effect on my benching in competition, because usually I hit at least 2 for 2, if not 3 for 3 on bench. Bench is the one lift in competition that I'm most consistent with. So it's not really something that I'm all that intent on changing. Sets themselves felt okay. This should be a weight that I can handle for a number of different sets, and was able to get through it okay. Last 2 sets, performance went down a little bit more than I would have liked, but considering how tired I've been on some of these days doing the bench work, going from basically very, very selective volume training once a week on bench for the majority of this year to now logging 100 or so, 100 to 120 bar lifts a week. It definitely a dramatic difference, so I'm starting to feel it. I have another week and a half of training before I take what's essentially a full deload week, so I'll run a pretty high frequency accumulation phase. From there, I will take a full week's deload. Idea is to produce a lot of stress, increase work capacity, and develop motor patterns, and then I will need a long break after that, so I'll be taking a full week off pretty soon. Anyway, I'll have more videos for you soon. Keep checking in.